It's the best local sports show in Jacksonville. This is Action Sports Jax, powered by Safe Touch Security.
Every week might not look like a shutout, but you know what's crazy is I still believe we can play better than what we played last week.
Well, let's hope so. Rayshawn Jenkins coming off his best Jags game. He'll join us tomorrow on Jaguars All Access, 7 o'clock on CBS 47. Or you can come out to Strings in Springfield, meet Rayshawn and Josh Allen. The Jags get win number 1 of the Doug Peterson era, and the head coach won a Lombardi Trophy for a reason. He can coach, and he can really coach offense. We're seeing some things we just haven't seen in Jacksonville on that side of the ball. The design, the creativity, the production, the ball distribution. The game planning. It's been good in 2 games, and it's not always going to look fantastic. We get that, but there have been a lot of opportunities for the Jags to make plays so far. It looks dynamic in the pass game. The Jags can run the ball enough, and the personnel gives Peterson a lot of options.
Play callers do get in a rhythm, and then play callers can also get out of a rhythm. It all just depends on how the game is going. So the flow of the game is something that's predicated sometimes by the players and how well we're just executing the offense, and then it just allows you to kind of free your mind up and open your sheet up just a little bit more to get to some more of the good stuff.
He's gotten to some of that good stuff. Trevor Lawrence coming off his best game. He didn't throw himself a parade. Instead, he's trying to go get 2 wins in a row.
I mean, that's how football is. That's how this league is. You have a 17-game regular season. That's the second game this season. Whether we won or lost that game, we still got a game this week and a huge one at that. So obviously you take a lot of confidence from how we played, and that's the goal. But at the end of the day, you got another game coming up this week.
A few other Jags notes. For the second consecutive week, the Jaguars injury report is a blank page. No injured players as the team heads west. Great story there. Different story for the Chargers. Their quarterback, Justin Herbert, is still nursing that rib injury that he sustained last Thursday. Listed day to day. He did some individual work today, but no word yet on Sunday. Lastly, head coach Doug Peterson says that after doing his research, sees no advantage or disadvantage traveling west a day early, so it'll be the standard Saturday departure for this road trip out west. How about our buddy Austin Lane last night? Fighting on the Dana White Contender Series in Vegas. The former Jags player and my former co-host on ESPN 690 won in a first-round TKO, and he earned himself a UFC contract. Dream come true for Austin. A lot of work and patience paid off last night.
Man, to me, it really didn't matter. If you look at my record, I thought maybe I could get a shot without the Contender Series. But whether it's the Contender Series, man, a backyard boxing match, it doesn't really matter, man. I'll do what it takes to get here. And I finally got that justified.
We are 60 days out from the FIFA World Cup, and just in time, we've launched Telemundo Jacksonville, available on our digital channel 30.4 and on Comcast Xfinity 221 or 1185. It's the only place where you can watch the World Cup in Spanish.
All right, Brent, thanks. Mike?
Now, it's the best local sports show in Jacksonville. This is Action Sports Jax, powered by Safe Touch Security.
The name of the game right there is just winning. The vibe in the locker room is crazy. The energy is high. We're all playing for each other.
Gotta love it. Jamal Agnew, our co-host tonight on Jags Report Live, part of a very confident group of football players playing for the Jaguars right now. Hi, everybody. If we learned one thing about this team so far, this guy here, Peterson, he can flat out coach. He's already instilled a new culture. He's got his guys believing they are a good football team, eliminated penalties, also developed a formula for winning football. 2 straight dominating wins. That hasn't happened much around these parts in the 28 years of the franchise. In fact, you probably have to go back to 2000 to find back-to-back wins as impressive as the Jags shut out of the Colts and then first road win in 19 tries.
I've been pleased with the direction, the leadership of the team, and where we are as a football team right now. Still have room for improvement, obviously, and I think that's the exciting thing, that everybody embraces their role and their opportunities when they get them.
Dwan Smoot got into the fun for the NFL's top defense against the rush with a strip sack Sunday against Justin Herbert and the Chargers. Smoot part of this opportunistic defense. Get this, they've forced 8 turnovers this season.
It's a race to the quarterback each time. I mean, with Arden out there, with Trayvon, with Josh, it's a race. So we're just trying to get there as soon as we can, because we know the next guy, he's going to be right behind us.
All right, Florida football left to pick up the pieces after a second loss this season. Saw them fall to 0-2 in conference play for the first time in almost forever. Gators right now scheduled to play Eastern Washington at noon Saturday. Problem is, there's that hurricane. Was it Burge? Ian?
Be correct.
Out there right now across the country. How's Eastern Washington get across the country? That remains to be seen. How, when, where, why? Florida needs this game, but it'll always be safety first. Same applies for FSU, who may be in more of harm's way. Classes already canceled Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And Tally hosts Wake Forest 3:30 Saturday. Noles undefeated through 4 games, playing some really good football. But headed into the teeth of their scheduled games against Wake, NC State, and Clemson, all coming up. Let's hear it for Baldwin principal Mike Townsend, challenging his community to sell 1,000 tickets for their football game. Mission accomplished. So the players helping Townsend put the Bald into Baldwin. Indians off to a 4-1 start with wins over Baker County and Parker in their last 2. We got a handful of local high schools getting ahead of the storm, expecting massive changes to the schedule this week. So we have some Tuesday and Wednesday games now. Menendez hosting Gainesville, Providence facing University Christian. Those happen tomorrow. Then on Wednesday, Episcopal will host Bowles. After that, everybody will have to hunker down for the weekend, we think. This is the beginning of changes to come. That will do it for sports.
Three big things you need to know. Powered by Safe Touch Security.
Hey, it's Tuesday. Be listening to 104.5 FM once you hit the road today for up-to-the-minute information on the search, rescue, and recovery efforts in Southwest Florida. There have been over 1,900 rescues that have happened just since last week. Likely midterm Florida voters say overwhelmingly the economy is the most important issue facing Florida, followed by threats to democracy, immigration, abortion, and crime. And North Korea escalating tensions once again, firing a ballistic missile over Japan. WOKV's 3 big things you need to know. Powered by Safe Touch Security.
Three big things you need to know. Powered by Safe Touch Security.
Hey, good morning. Listen to 104.5 FM for up-to-the-minute developments on the officer-involved shooting investigation from the west side and the plummet that happened off the Dames Point Bridge by the suspect. Governor DeSantis says Florida is working with SpaceX and getting Starlink satellites to provide internet connectivity to places in Southwest Florida that were decimated by Hurricane Ian. A pledge from the White House to keep the support flowing to Ukraine. WOKV's 3 big things you need to know. Powered by Safe Touch Security.
Here's Marcine Joseph with your Action News Jax First Alert traffic forecast.
All right, we're taking a look at our maps in St. Augustine, and we're still seeing reports of flooding. I'm still trying to work to confirm if the Bridge of Lions is closed or open, but according to the maps, it looks like it is closed. So be mindful for those who are out there. In Anastasia Island, A1A, heavy flooding. I was out there yesterday, saw so much flooding. So make sure that as you're driving, if you see a lot of ponding, if you see a lot of water, don't drive through it. And also, too, if you are driving through water, be mindful of your wake. That is the latest from the Safe Touch Security First Alert Traffic Center. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. It is hump day, so we are in the middle of the week. Just wanted to give you another update on this malfunctioning lights here on Merrill Road that we saw for about 40 minutes. It looks like JSO has everything under control. The traffic lights are working, so for those who are trying to get onto the Beltway from Merrill Road, you are A-OK. There was a report of a crash. Didn't see one, but just be mindful if it's out there. But what we are seeing on this side of the Beltway, there is some congestion starting to grow as we are in the morning rush hour. That is the latest from the Safe Touch Security First Alert Traffic Center. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. We have a report of a crash. This is on the Fuller Warren Bridge, where we are seeing heavy delays at this time. Now, this is on the northbound lanes for those who are traveling north on 95, and the crash seems to be in the middle of the bridge, and we are seeing those bumper-to-bumper traffics. We do have a camera to show you at I-95 Atlantic Boulevard for those who are traveling northbound, so give yourself some extra time for those who are trying to head into downtown Jacksonville. Your drive time is looking about 25 minutes from the Beltway. That is the latest from the Safe Touch Security First Alert Traffic Center.